Hello, welcome back, friend, family, or even foe. Jake again, here today with a little bit of a different kind of content. I haven't made a video like this in a wee minute, mainly due to the reason that I live in Michigan and it has been winter, and to be quite frank, I haven't been doing much regarding this. But today I'm back with an update on the Skyline. We got a little bit of updates. I made a little wee change that I have not documented, and then we got a little project that we're going to start working on. So first of all, let's check out the Skyline. Let's see what I changed real quick. Spoiler alert, it's the wheels. Along with the wheels, I ended up lowering the car some more because these wheels fit a lot better, and they kind of fit the car a little bit better too. So let's go take a look at that. Alright guys, so as you can see here, new wheel setup on the Skyline. I got rid of the old wheels. Those were 18s and they were also 9.5 wide. And for the narrow body GTST version, it just didn't really fit the car at all, to be quite frank. So I sold those. I got these. These are Anki Kojins. These are 17s. The exact specs are 17 by 8 plus 35, and they just fit the whole car a lot better. Along with that, I was able to lower the car quite a bit, so the overall stance of it looks a lot better now. I think they really fit the car better too, just flat out. They just kind of embody the whole 90s feel and look of the car, but they look a lot better, they fit a lot better. Like I said, I was able to go much lower, and to be honest, I could still probably go lower. Will I? Good question. But I mean, they look pretty mad, so I'm really happy with that. But today's project, what we're going to be working on and what I think needs some attention is what you can see more of now. And with these simple 5 spokes, I'm talking about the calipers. So on the Skylines, I think all trim levels, I could be incorrect on that, but they come with 4 pots up front and 2 pots in the rear, so they're pretty good brakes for the age, obviously. But as you can see, they could use a bit of a refresh. So today, gonna be cleaning them up, getting them ready, and then painting them. And you know, I'm really excited for how they turn out. I think it'll just add another nice little touch to the car overall. Just kind of enhance the look of the wheels and the paint and everything coming all together. So with that being said, let's pull this thing into the garage, get it lifted up, get those wheels off, and start getting ready. Alright, we got it in the garage. Now we're going to go to step 1, which is to get this thing up in the air and get those wheels off. And thanks to something called YouTube Magic, we're going to get that done very fast. Ready, set, go. Welcome back, everybody. We're now on day 2 already because my car was too low to get the whole thing in the air without going and picking up a second jack. So now we got 2 jacks. We're up in the air all around. So next step is going to be to pop these wheels off, and then we can get started. Alright, now that we got all 4 of the wheels off, the next thing that I'm going to start working on is these embossed Nissan logos on the calipers here. I think they're a really cool touch to the OEM caliper, but as you can see, you know, on a 30-plus-year-old car, over the years, they don't look as good as they once were. So basically my plan of action, I'm just gonna take this little sander here, see what I can do to clean it up, just bring it back to that kind of raw metal finish, just make it look a little bit better. I've got a couple different sandpapers off to the side. I'm gonna try something not super aggressive, and then you know, obviously depending on how aggressive I need to go, come back over it and just kind of bring it to a nice semi-shine finish. So we're gonna start with that now. Alright, so after just a wee bit of sanding, we got those looking absolutely mint. You know, if you kind of zoom out on the picture, those are going to stand out a lot more, especially once they're painted. As far as the paint process goes, I might end up just painting over them and then coming back and resanding them again, just a touch to get them back down to this. But I just wanted to make sure that they were, you know, fairly clean so that I had an idea of what I was kind of working with going into the whole process. But I mean, that really just made them shine. They look pretty great. I used 400 grit on just a little palm sander, and you know, maybe a minute or two, and that just knocked all the nasties off. You know, they're not perfect. They're not a mirror finish, but you know, that's not exactly what I was going for. I just wanted them to shine a bit more, stand out a bit more. And I think that really just nailed exactly what I was going for there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and replicate that on all 4 of them, and then we can start with paint prep. All right, friends, now that we have all 4 of the Nissan logos all cleaned up, now we're on to arguably one of the most important parts of painting anything, and that would be prep. So over here in this sprayer, I actually just picked this up. This is a IK Foam Pro 2. I figured this would actually be a really nice tool to have, whether I'm doing like, you know, just normal detailing, pre-soaks, or wheel cleaner or whatever. So in here I've got a little bit of a wheel cleaner solution mixed up. Over here I've got a little brush to get into all the intricacies. And then over here in this sprayer I just have water as my rinse. So, and then down here I've got a bucket for catching all the stuff to try not to flood the garage out. But you know, so be it. If it happens, whatever, no biggie. But yeah, so that's gonna be the next part, is to clean these up as thoroughly as possible. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, and as we can see, these cleaned up a lot. There was a lot of just brake dust and grime and everything all over these calipers. So getting them clean like that is just really gonna help all of the paint stick and last on the calipers. I'm pretty impressed with this little IK foamer. I did not think it was gonna foam quite like it did, but man, did that thing kick off some serious suds. Obviously you don't need that, you can just spray your products on. But yeah, so I'm gonna go around, do all 4 corners of that, and we'll go from there. Alright, my people, I have went around, done a thorough clean on all of the calipers. Obviously I didn't focus on the backside too much, just because I'm really probably not even going to try to paint the backside all that much. But we got all of them cleaned up. They're all looking really nice. Since I decided to, you know, do an actual like detail on them, I'm probably gonna let them sit at least overnight to let the water dry all out. And then tomorrow I'll hit them with some brake clean and stuff like that, just to make sure any residual anything is off of there. And then we can get ready to paint. So I will catch you guys in the next clip. Hopefully, you know, getting ready to actually paint these bad boys. Alright, welcome back everybody. I let these calipers dry overnight. I did the deep detail on them to try to get out all the stuff. I went ahead and quickly removed some of the hardware there, just so that nothing's in the way of the surface here. I did that on all of them real quick. So the next step is to mask them up. Before that, it's a good idea to take some brake clean. Just clean them off real quick, give them a nice spray down just to make sure any residual oils or anything like that is totally off of them. Next up, I'm just going to use some simple blue painter's tape. Just do a quick mask, some of the rough areas that you might accidentally get in contact with. Obviously, you don't need to worry about too many things, like if you touch the brake pads, or the back of them rather. In here, that's not a huge deal. Those are just the touching points of things. But mainly you just want to make sure you protect like your rotor, try not to get any on the hub there, stuff like that. So just give them a quick mask. Like I said, once mine are all painted, I'm gonna come back over and do a light sand over the Nissan logo there again, just to make sure that's all clean and looks good after they're all painted. So I'll go ahead, set you guys up on the tripod and do a quick mask, and then we will be ready to start painting. Alright guys, the time has come to get ready to actually paint them. So I'm going to be using the G2 brake caliper paint system. This is a epoxy based paint. So it kind of self-levels, you brush it on. So basically just to run it down, you prep everything. You mix the paint with the reactor, and then you let it 5 minutes to start reacting. And then you go around, you do one light coat on all of them. So you do, one by one, a quick light coat. You let that go for 15 minutes. So basically by the time you're done with all 4 of them with the light coat, you can start hitting the first one again. And then you do a nice solid second coat. If you need to do any touch-ups, there should be enough to do any touch-ups. So once you're done with the second coat, go back around, take a quick look, make sure that everything is covered that you want covered. And then if there's anything you need to touch up, you can do that real quick. After that, you want to wait 2 hours before you put the wheels back on, and then 24 hours before driving. For me, I'm going to let them dry for the 24 hours before I come back, and then I'm going to scuff down the logos again to let those shine through. So I'm not going to put the wheels back on after the 2 hours. I'm going to wait the full time so that I can come back and knock that down. But I'll go ahead and show you guys basically what you want to do here. So within the kit, it's pretty nice. They give you a full bottle of brake clean, which is nice. So if you need to do any prep or you don't have any brake clean around, you have that. Here you have the actual paint itself, and color reveal, we're going with yellow. I think the yellow is going to play off the red very nicely, and then the silver wheels, it'll work with nearly any color. On the top of the package here, I'll show you guys. These are the colors that they offer. They got all the basic ones too, and then if you want to do some different colors, you can. I think if you want to do a custom color, you can actually go to their website and order up a custom color, which is really cool if you have a one-off color or if you just want something different there. And then you also get this little pack in here. So if we open this up real quick, I'm not sure. Yep. All right. So in here, I can pull this out. We have that, and then let me pull this out. So this is the reactor. So this is what you mix into this here, which kind of activates the epoxy paint. So that all works. And then here, you get a little card here. There is their gold color that they offer, which is pretty cool. They give you some brushes here, which is nice. I've used this system in the past, and they usually only gave one brush. It looks like they updated and they now give you 3 brushes. They give you one solid main coverage brush, they give you an angled brush, and then in the middle here we have this little dainty one for kind of all the details and stuff like that. So this is actually really nice. These also look like they are much nicer quality brushes than what they have provided in the past. So big ups on them for that. So you get your brushes here. They give you some gloves, which is nice. As you can see, I already have gloves, so I won't be needing those. Stirring stick. Looks like they give you some stickers here. Pretty nice. And then another instruction panel here. So yeah, that's basically it. So let's go ahead and get our paint ready to go. Take that off. And there you can see the paint. I guess the shadows aren't really giving you the best look at it, but there's our yellow paint. So we're going to go ahead and get this ready now. So I'm just gonna give this a quick little mix around just in case. Crack this seal open here, and then pour the whole thing in. Easy enough. Now we're done with our little reactor bottle, so we can toss that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this lid back on. Make sure that's on there all the way. And then you want to thoroughly mix this. Here we are. So I ended up doing 3 total coats, and then I did a 4th one on just the faces, just to make sure that, you know, when you're getting the side profile, it's real vivid, real on there. But all of the calipers are painted now, so that's one of the fronts, and there is one of the rears. I think it looks really good with the red, and then once I get the wheels back on, I think everything will just tie in very nicely. So next step is to let these cure. Minimum 24 hours, but I work a full-time job, and you know, I'm not sure when I'll have the time to get back out here, but next step for me is going to be to come out here and to sand down the faces, down to make the Nissan logo shine again. Just so that those stick out, and then after that we'll be ready to throw the wheels back on and we'll get a final look. Alright, what is up everybody? We are back. We gave the calipers time to dry, so they are fully cured now. They look pretty good in my opinion, kind of what I was going for here. So the next step in our whole process is to remove the protective masking that we have here, and then we're going to put some masking around the letters so that when we sand these back down, we don't take off any paint that we don't want to. So let's go ahead and get that done. Just masked off the Nissan logo right there. We're gonna go ahead and do that on all 4 of the calipers, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna sand that down to get that metal finish like I was talking about. And then essentially we're done from there. I've got 2000 grit loaded on here. I know that's pretty soft as far as sandpapers go, but I'm not looking to take off a lot of the metal at this point. I'm just looking to shave off this top little layer of paint. So we'll go ahead and get that started. It might take a little bit longer with the softer grit being a little bit less aggressive, but let's go ahead and get it done. We can get a better look now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the other ones, and then we'll clean them up a little bit real quick, and then I'll show you how they came out. Again, the camera's not really picking it up super well, but these things are shining. It looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead, do the other ones, and then we'll go ahead and clean them up. So there we are. There's our first look at everything finished on them, and I honestly think they came out great. I love how I opted to sand down the Nissan logo and not just leave the paint on there. I think it really makes them pop more, especially from a distance. You know, it's something that makes them stand out a little bit more. But yeah, and I think they came out pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean up all the other ones, throw the hardware back in, and then we can throw the wheels on and put her back down on the ground and get our final look. Alright, and there we have it. So overall, I'd say they came out looking pretty great. I do have the car running right now, so I'm sorry if it's a little loud, but I think it just added exactly what I was hoping for. Just a little bit more pop. I think it works really well with the red and the silver wheels. And it just ties everything together a little bit better. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how this turned out. I think it adds just the right amount of pop, and it works with the wheels really well, works with the color of the paint really well. Overall, it just looks pretty good. So yeah, there's our final result. That's how she sits for the time being. So yeah, stay tuned. We got some more big things coming for the Skyline that I'm really excited for. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully if you're looking to do the same thing, I gave some useful insight for you. Pretty awesome, pretty stoked. So yeah, until next time guys, peace out.